we'll see Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Mac Jones and the New England Patriots.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking.
Entering franchise screen, you have challenge, soup, game. You have 5 options. Depth chart is select. Entering depth chart. Slot 2, slot 1. Entering super game stats, coaching. Pop-up menu. You have 5 options. Entering depth chart screen. 1 row 5. AHB selected. Slot 2. Slot 1. FB selected. WR selected. Slot 3. Slot 1. Slot 2. Slot 1. Slot 2. T selected. LT selected. LG selected. C selected. Slot 2, slot 1. RG selected. RT selected. L selected. Slot 3, slot 1. Entering information pop-up. A player cannot. Ray selected. Slot 3. DT selected. Low hold selected. MLB selected. CB selected. FS selected. SS selected. K selected. P selected. KR selected. Entering franchise screen.
Ready to go in Philadelphia. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the New England Patriots. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Following the fumble recovery. David, that's caught. And it's very quickly 8-0. They wasted no time showing how aggressive they're going to be in this game. They get the quick score, and then they go for 2 seeding.
Surf's up, partner. And when surf's up, you ride the wave. They felt great about that quick drive. Put in the end zone. Why not go for 2? They felt comfortable with the play call that they had.
And the home crowd loves it. On the return, Clay. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's probably a little angry at himself. It was his fumble, obviously, a moment ago that led to the scoop and score touchdown that has him down early.
And now we find out about the psychology aspect of being a coach. Because when you have a guy that's just happened, some people want to take him out of the game immediately. Others say, you know something? Let's feed him the ball again next series and see if he's going to be able to atone for it. Let's see what they decide to do.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Franchise screen, you have 5 options.
Looking sideline, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you.
Especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering
I was
snacks.
just going to say.
That's where I go. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
To throw on 3rd down. David eluding the pressure right. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeat.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
They'll try and throw for it.
And
they're going to get it. That one's caught. And now the lead moves to 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but in the zone. Made sure the quarterback saw him and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jones. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Triangle button. Square button. Square button.
On 1st and 10,
button.
David.
Square button.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On 1st down, David. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 50 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional thing.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this 1st quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Now the Eagles will once again go for the 2-point try.
Square button.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Thorough domination right now. The game plan is simple, obviously, Charles. They're going for 2 after every touchdown, and it's 24-0.
Don't you just get the sense right now that they're just flexing? I mean, they'll be able to do whatever they want, how they want, 3 2-point conversions. And now they're at 24-0. So essentially they gained a field goal out of it without even trotting the kicker out there.
On the return, and all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance.